Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. In the last session, we talk about the qualities of the letters. Sorry, I have to share the screen in order to. You have to allow me, Sulaiman, to share the screen. Okay, now. So as I'm gonna put you here. Okay, Bismillah. So as we started in the last week with the qualities of the letters, and we said that the qualities of the letters are very important because they differentiate also between the sounds of the letters. Like when I say s and us, they come from the same position in our mouth, but I differentiate between them with the qualities of the letters. And in the last session, we covered al-hamas and al-jahr, whisper and apparent, and we came to shidda, rakhawa, and bayniya. So we said, as you see here, with shidda means strength. So when I say this letter is shadid, it means that this letter is strong. But that linguistically, whereas in our tajweed, the applied definition of shidda is the imprisonment of the flow of the sound when pronouncing a strong letter due closing of the articulation point. So when I say a strong letter, I tight, or I imprison the sound at some point in the articulation machine. So when you look at this letter Jim here, I imprison this letter at this point here. I imprison this letter at this point until I release it after that. So what are the letters of what are the strength letters? We have, as I said, we have through three different groups in this quality. First of all, we have shidda, strong, and rakhawa is the other extreme, and we have something in between. Starting with shidda, the strong letters are with ajid, qatin, bakat. So I have hamza, jim, dal, qaf, ta, ba, ka, ta. I think would you guys unmute your microphone, because I might ask you some questions, and I think this feeling, I don't have a good feeling, because I feel that I'm talking to myself. So if you don't have a problem putting your camera on and unmuting your microphone, that would be good. Yeah. So now, I feel now that I'm talking with real people. Okay. So with ajid, qatin, bakat, I said that all those letters, I release them. All those letters, I release them after the first part. So with jim, I release it like that. Ad, ad, ad. How do I release the dal? Ad. So I release the dal, not ad as the jim. I release the dal with qalqala. Ad. How do I release the qaf? Aqo. So I release it with qalqala. How do I release the ta? Ato. Also with qalqala. How do I release the ba? Ab. Also with qalqala. Now with kaf and ta, I release them with another approach, how, or with another technique. How do I release them? Huh?
With hams.
I release them with hams, which we are going now in 1 minute to have a note about it. So when I release the ta, I say at. I don't say ata. I don't say ata. I say at. And when I release the kaf, I say it also with the same method. I say at. Ak. Okay, guys, is the strength the strength shidda? Is it clear?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Okay.
Very good. Now we have two examples of the strength letter, which I explain briefly. Release of the sound after being imprisoned at the strong apparent letter, like jim. So at this part here, I the letter after, no, so at this part here, the sound is still imprisoned. So until this point, I didn't release the sound of jim. Ad. And with this part here, I release my tongue, so the sound will flow after that. And I do that with qalqala, ajr. Whereas with kaf and ta, it's special. Why? Because we said last time, shidda is a strong quality and hamas is a weak quality. So how do I combine between this strong quality and weak quality with the kaf and ta? Someone of you answered my question last time. How do I combine between them?
I thought you answered it last time.
Huh? I don't remember who answered last time, but I had a correct answer last time.
So repeat the question one more time.
So I said with kaf and ta, we have two qualities. We have two opposite qualities.
Yeah.
We have the strength, and we have the whisper.
Yeah.
So how can I combine between those two qualities?
Oh yes, I remember this question.
Do you remember this question?
At the beginning, you make it strong.
At the beginning, we have. At the beginning, we tight, or we imprison the kaf and ta, and at the end, we release it. Like look at this page here. We have note, strength or shidda, and whisper in kaf and ta are characteristics in order. What does it mean in order? That I have with ta and with kaf and ta, I have two parts. I say at, not like that. Normally I say it quicker, I say it faster, but I'm demonstrating now. I'm demonstrating now that slowly in order to understand that. Ak, ak. With the first part, ak, it's shadid. It's I have the strength, and with the second part, I have the whisper. Ak, ak. Now with ta, I have also the same thing. At. I told you last time, one of the mistakes that people do when they recite the Quran, that they replace the second part of the ta with sin, which is totally wrong. They say qalats. We have to avoid that. We are going now to practice those letters. Ajid, qatin, bakat. Look at them. We have to practice. We are going to practice them in order on my camera. The order from Mash, and after that Weiss, and after that I don't have the names. This brother. What's your name, brother? I'm gonna put my camera here. What's your name?
Me. Eto.
Yeah, Ato. And you are a new brother. What's your name, brother?
I think Shubs.
Shops, yeah.
Shobs, Abdurrahman, and also
Yeah, Junaid's, I think
Jun-
camera's not working that well. So
Nasmorgan, after that Suleiman. Okay,
Yeah.
how do you practice that normally? We practice that in saying a, u, e, a, ja, ju, ji, aj, and so on. Okay, starting with you, Mash.
Starting with which letters?
With those letters, the whole
Okay.
letters that we have here.
Okay. A, U, E, Ja, Ju, Ji.
No, a, u, e, a.
Oh, A, U, E, A.
Mm-hmm.
Ja, Ju, Ji, Aj.
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 Uh-huh.
Da, Du, Di, Ad.
Ad. Don't say
Ad.
ad. Ad.
Ad.
Okay, I have just one. I just have one note here. Because we're gonna cover that in Qalqala anyway. But just in case that you are reciting the Quran, when you read, for instance, how do you read this word, Mash?
Watab.
Very good. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. That is the right way to pronounce the qalqala when you have shadda. Whereas when you have sukoon, you don't do it like that. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. Okay. How do you read this word here?
Kasab.
Say it again.
Kasab.
You didn't say the qalqala.
Kasab.
No, that is the difference now between this one and this one. Who tells me how can I say this ba?
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
وما كسب, not كسب. Why? I said here وتب because I have shadda. Do you notice the difference now?
Yeah.
Whereas here I don't have shadda. So I say كسب. I don't say كسب. The same thing when you said here you said ad.
Yeah.
If you had shadda, you would say ad, but you don't have shadda here. So you say
Yeah.
ad.
Ad.
Okay, carry on.
Ad. Qi. Aq.
Qi. Don't say ki. Qi.
Qi.
Uh-huh.
Aq.
Aqo.
Aq.
Mm-hmm.
Ta. Tu. Ti. At.
Qi. Don't say ti.
Qi.
Qi.
Qi. At.
Ato.
At.
Uh-huh.
Ba. Bu. Bi. Ab.
Ab. Uh-huh.
Ka. Ku. Ki. Ak.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Ta. Tu. Ti. At.
No.
At.
No. I said with ta I have hams. At.
At.
Uh-huh. Okay. So pay attention to the ta and dal, please, when they are with sukoon. And now, like, look at the other brothers. How do they demonstrate that? Okay, brother, carry on.
A, U, E, A.
Uh-huh.
Ja, Ju, Ji, Aj. Da, Du, Di, Ad.
Mm-hmm.
Qa, Qu, Qi, Aq.
Very good.
Ta, Tu, Ti, At.
Mm-hmm.
Ba, Bu, Bi, Ab. Ka, Ku, Ki, Ak.
Mm-hmm.
Ta, Tu, Ti, At.
Very good. Okay, Shubs.
Jajuji.
Can I have your camera on?
Yeah. Jajuji.
No, we start with Hamza.
Okay. Ui. Jajuji. Aj.
Aj.
Aj. Dadudi. Ad. Qaquqi. Aq.
Aqo.
Aqo. Datuti. At.
At. Okay, very good. Okay, brother.
Who's next?
Yeah, you are next.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
A, U, I, A. Ja, ju, ji, aj. Da, du, di, ad. Qa, qu, qi, aq. To, tu, ti, at.
Ato.
At. Ba, bu, bi, ab. Ta, ku, ki, ak. Ta, tu, ti, at.
At. Very good. Okay, Wais.
A, U, I, A. Ja, ju, ji, aj. Da, du, di, ad. Qa, qu, qi, aq. Ta, tu, ti, at. Ba, bu, bi, ab. Ka, ku, ki, ak. Ta, tu, ti, at.
Very good. Now we're gonna carry on with the other quality, which is something in between. We said before we are explaining this in between or bayniya, we have to bear in mind that al-rakhawa is the other extreme. So we don't imprison the sound. We don't imprison the sound at all. So letters like ah, af, ah, we don't imprison the sound at all. So now al-rakhawa, as you see here, sorry, not the rakhawa, because the rakhawa is the other extreme. We just bear that in our mind. We're gonna take something in between, something in between. It's the partial flow of the sound in the articulation point of the in-between letter due to its incomplete closure. We have that in 5 letters: len, umar, len, umar. Lam, Noon, Ain, Mim, Ra. We're gonna now look at every single letters of them. With the lam, we don't have the complete closure and we don't have the complete openness. We have the partial flow of the sound when pronouncing the lam due to interception of the tip of the tongue to its release. Look, when you have the lam here, when you look at this picture, normally, if I were to close my whole tongue and put it on my palate, I wouldn't be able to produce the lam. I would say, I can't. But because those two parts are open, the sound of the lam will go. But in the same time, I close this part here. So it's not totally closed, it's not totally open, and that's why I say it's something in between. What does it matter? Like, what does affect that, my recitation? I will explain that when I finish the whole qualities of shidda, rakhawa, and bayniya. What I want you to understand now, that the lam, when I pronounce the lam with the state of sukoon, it has more time than the strong letters. Now we are just understanding the mechanism, how those letters work. The bayniya now in ra, because I said len umar, the bayniya in ra, it's also very similar, but it's in the other way around. Look at this. Look at those arrows here in lam. these arrows come from here in Ra. So I close those two parts. I close those two parts, and I keep this part open. Do you see the picture properly?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I don't need to. Okay, so look at this arrow here. I keep this place here open in order to produce the Ra. I say ar, ar. So the A come from this part, whereas those two parts are closed. And that's why the partial flow of the sound when the pronunciation of the Ra is due to the interception of the most of the tip, the most of the tip of the tongue to its release. So those two parts are closed, and just this part is open. In a similar thing, I have also with noon and meme. I have also bayniya in noon and meme, but with noon and meme, the oral part is totally closed, and I open the nasal cavity. With noon, I have my tongue. I have my tongue here. I close the oral part totally. So if I were to close my nose, the sound wouldn't be able to come at all. Wouldn't be able to come at all. But when I open the nasal cavity, I will say an, because it's partially closed and partially open. I call that harf bayni. So it's something between. The meme, normally, as we know, the meme comes from the lips when I close the lips, but because the nasal cavity is also open, I'm able to produce the meme. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to produce it. Look, now I can produce it. Now with the ayn, it's slightly different, because where is the articulation point of the ayn? Who tells me?
The epiglottis touches the back of the throat.
It's the back of the throat. It's the back of the throat. So, so the partial flow of the sound when pronouncing the letter ayn due to withdrawal of the epiglottis. When I say this part goes little bit back. So I don't say like some people say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alamin. This is not the real sound of the ayn. And in the same time, I don't say because I'm gonna close it like totally. Those two extremes are wrong when it comes to pronouncing ayn. The Arabic ayn is something like Do you notice now? Do you notice now this duration of the ayn? The time of the ayn. That is the time of the sakin ayn. It's not and it's also not because when I say I'm not producing a letter. I'm just producing a sound without any articulation point. Now we are going. Now this part, as I said last time, it's very, very important, and we're gonna have an example from the Quran to practice it together. This part affects our recitation. Why? Because according to those three qualities, shidda, rakhawa, and bayniya, shidda and rakhawa and bayniya, according to those three qualities, the time of the letters when they are in the state of sukoon depending on shidda, rakhawa, bayniya. The longest letters in the state of sukoon are the soft letters. The second longest letters are the in-between, and the shortest letters in the state of sukoons are the strong letters. Now we are going to explain that. But before that, we have to emphasize that we have voweled letters and non-vowel letters. Do you remember that? What are the vowel letters, Mash?
Is it
When I say voweled, what do I mean with voweled? We're saying voweled.
is it ضم فتحة خصوة?
Very good. فتحة ضمة كسرة.
Yeah, فتحة ضمة خصوة.
The time of the voweled letters, all letters is the same. فتحة ضمة كسرة, all letters are the same. Look at this example here. كتب, كتب. The kaf, you tell me now. You tell me now, guys. If the kaf or ta or ba is strong or soft or between, شدة رخو or شديد or بين.
الشدة.
كاف is شديد. Very good. تا
شديد.
شديد. ba
Same.
it's also the same. So maybe this example it's not a very good example to demonstrate that all letters they have the same durations. But if I take something like yeah, look at this example here. يعظكم, يعظكم, without meme, because meme is sakin. Yeah, is it sakin? Is it shadid or rakhu or between?
How?
Yeah.
شديد.
Is yeah shadid? Huh?
No.
Yeah, is رخاوة. أجد
Rakhawa. It's, how do you know that? It's not from Ajid Qadin Bakat. It's not from Lin Umar.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah is rakhawa. Ayn
من عمر صبيني.
In between.
in between. Dha
رخاوة.
rakhawa. Kaf
شدة.
shidda. Very good. So I have mixed letters. I have shidda, rakhawa, and in between. But when but all of them are they except the meme, are they voweled or with sukoon?
Vowel.
Vowel.
All of them are voweled, but in terms of their qualities, they are mixed. But their duration is the same. That is the point that I'm trying to make. So ya'iduku, ya'iduku, they are the same. I don't say ya because it's ya, or because it's rakhawa, or because it's shidda. No, ya'iduku, they are the same. Whereas, do you understand this point?
Yeah.
Do you understand this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
What's it? Hams. Is hams a type of shadda? Is that what hams is?
Pardon?
Hams. The whispering sound.
It's another quality.
Okay,
Hams,
fine.
it's another quality. I said when I say ta,
Yeah.
at, because you know that like the overlapping between hams and shidda, they are in two letters, just in two letters.
Ta and ta.
Kaf and ta. So with kaf and ta, in the same part I have shadid, and with the second part I have mahmus. So now, if you understand that, the other point that I want to make is the sakin letters, the non-vowel letters, their duration depends on their quality with shidda, rakhawa, or bayniya. Now we are going to explain that here. So the prolonging the timing of the vowel letter more than timing of nearby vowel letters is a mistake in recitation. No. Before that, I had something different. Measuring the timing. Okay, this slide here. Measuring the timing for non-voweled or non-vowel letters. The duration of the soft letters is the longest, as you see here, is the longest. The other or the next level is the duration of the in-between بيني letter, and the shortest one is the duration of the strong letter. So if we want to explain that more, we can say the duration of soft letter is longer than the duration of in-between, and the in-between is longer than the strong letter, and the strong letter is the shortest. Now, one of the mistakes that people normally do, that they prolong some letters, which we call idkhal or tamtit. So one of the mistakes that people normally do, prolonging the timing of a vowel letter more than the timing of nearby vowel letter, is a mistake in recitation. Like when you say فَمَن يَعْمَلْ, they would say فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Or kuntum, they would say kuntum. Inna, they would say inna. This is a mistake. Why? Because I am putting a new letter. I'm entering a new letter in my recitation. And also in the same time, when I shorten some letters, it's also a mistake. Shortening the duration of a vowel letter compared to the timing of nearby vowel letters is a mistake in recitation. يأمركم. Look at the ra here. يأمركم. When I say يأمركم, rukum, I'm shortening this ra. خلقكم. When I say خلقكم, I am shortening also the time of qaf, and so on. Now we are going to practice. Before we move to a new quality, you are going to practice that with Surah Al-Sharh. Most of you, all of us know Surah Al-Sharh. I think the author here demonstrates that with colors. The Shadid letters are in black, and the Rikhu letters are in red. No.
How is in Shidda's in green?
Shidda are green.
How is it?
No, I don't think. No. Yeah. He demonstrating that because we just we consider the Shidda Rakha Baniya just in the state of Sukun, don't we? So we don't care about the black letters because they are not with the state of Sukun. So the soft letters are red. The strong letters are green. Do you have in between?
I think that's blue, but I can't tell.
Do we have blue?
I can't see blue. Maybe
وضعنا.
the ayn, meme, and
Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. Right. Yeah, it's correct. It's blue. No.
Zima.
It must be blue. But now we don't need those colors because you already learned the rule. So now I'm going to recite this surah first of all, just to have an idea. How do you recite that? And after that, every one of you is going to recite this surah as well.
Do you give more time to the soft letters?
Pardon? We give more time to the soft letters. So when I say bis, look at this letter. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What did I make here? Bis, I give the sin more time, Rahmani, ha more time, and mim in between. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And also Bismillah. Lam is also from the letters in between. Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Look at here. ألم أم نشرح لك صدرك. Whereas with dal and kaf, both of them are sukoons, but I didn't give them a lot of time. صدرك. I didn't say صدرك. No. ووضعنا عنك وزرك. Look at the ayn here. ووضعنا عنك وزرك. I give also the zai more time. الذي أنقض ظهرك. ظهرك. I gave the ha more time. Now it makes sense when I tell you, for instance, don't say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. It makes sense now for you because you know the rule. ورفعنا عن ورفعنا لك ذكرك. Look at here. ورفع. I gave the ayn more time. لك ذكرك. I didn't give the kaf and the two kaf more time. فإن مع العسر يسرا. Look at those two scenes. إن مع العسر يسرا. I give this two scene also more time. فإذا فرغت فانصب. I give the غين more time. وإلى ربك فارغب. Okay, let's start with you, brother.
Who is brother?
I think it's in a different order because
Is it a different order?
نعم.
whoever's
Do you,
screen it is.
do you see my screen here?
Is it
لا.
me? Eto.
Yeah, it's you.
You can see the screen.
Yeah.
اتفضل.
I think I can also add some annotation and so on here.
Okay. Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Give it more time. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Mhm.
Slightly broken. ألم نشرح لك صدرك
صدرك.
صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك
ووضعنا. Give the ayn more time. ووضعنا عنك وزرك.
ووضعنا.
Don't make the ayn very imprisoned.
Okay.
You are saying ووضعنا. No. ووضع ووضعنا عنك وزرك.
ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك.
Give it more time. أنقض ظهرك.
أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك.
Say it again. ورفعنا أعنا.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك.
ذكرك.
ذكرك. إن مع العسر يسرا.
فإن مع العسر يسرا.
فإن مع العسر يسرا.
يسرا.
يسرا. إن مع العسر يسرا.
مع العسر يسرا.
مع العسر يسرا. فإذا فرغت فانصب.
فإذا فرغت. Look at this this red letter here.
فإذا فرغت فانصب.
فانصب.
فانصب. وإلى ربك فارغب.
Give the right more time.
فارغب.
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 Very good.
Okay.
Now who is the next brother here?
Is the Qasim?
قاسم.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك
صدرك.
صدرك ووضعنا عنك
وزرك.
وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك
الذي أنقض ظهرك.
الذي أنقض ظهرك
مهم.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك
ذكرك. مهم.
فإن مع العسر يسرا
مهم.
إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب
فإذا فرغت فانصب.
فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب
فارغب.
فارغب.
Very good. Okay, brother Mash.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح
بسم
لك
الله
صدرك
بسم
صدرك.
صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك
عنك. Don't say عنك.
عنك وزرك الذي الذي أنقض ظهرك
الذي أنقض ظهرك.
الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك
ورفعنا لك ذكرك.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر
مع
يسرا
العسر يسرا.
فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب
فانصب.
فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Very good. Okay, Uwais, Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك
صدرك. The dal
صدرك
is رقيقة.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك
عنك. Close the مخرج of the kaf.
عنك
Don't say عاك. عنك. Why? Because we prepare ourselves for the next letter when we do the إخفاء.
ووضعنا عنك
No. عن. Do you recognize the difference between عن?
نعم.
ووضعنا
عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك
Give the hat more time.
ظهرك
Very good.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت
فانصب.
فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Okay. Shubs, have you read already? You haven't.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, Bismillah.
No, I haven't yet.
Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن
Bismillah.
الرحيم.
Say it again.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح عنك وزرك.
Sorry, I think your connection is not very good.
If your
I
connection
didn't
is
hear.
better, with the video off, you can do the
Yeah, you can take your video off. Yeah.
Okay. Where did you hear me last? Which verse did you hear?
ألم
Just the
نشرح.
Bismillah?
Yeah.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك
صدرك.
ووضعنا ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك
أنقض
ورفعنا
ظهرك.
لك ذكرك أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Okay, brother. Sulaiman, Bismillah. Is Sulaiman not here? Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك
صدرك. I didn't hear the kaf. It might be because of the microphone or something.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك.
Say it again. أنقض ظهرك.
الذي أنقض ظهرك.
Make the ضاد مفخمة. أنقض
ظهرك. أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Very good. Abdurrahman.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك.
Give the ain more time.
ووضعنا.
Like the ain like that. وضع. No.
ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك.
Very good.
ورفعنا لك.
Don't say ورفعنا. ورفعنا
لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Very good. Junaid do you have someone?
Yes.
Junaid?
Yeah, here.
Can I see your face?
My camera don't work.
It doesn't work. Okay. Bismillah, read the surah.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك
ووضعنا. Give the ain, Habibi. Give the ain more time. ووضعنا عنك وزرك
ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك
أنقض ظهرك.
أنقض ظهرك
Mhm.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا
Sin and sin.
إن
We have two scenes. فإن مع العسر يسرا.
فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب
Give the غين more time. فإذا فرغت فانصب.
فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Very good. So we finish now this quality, shidda, rakhawa, and bainiya. Please revise this quality because it's very, very important. You've seen just in a short surah, like Surah Al-Shirah, we had like different letters. We have different duration of the time, just because they belong to those qualities. We have to pay attention to rakhawa and bainiya and give them more time when they are in the state of sukun. Now we...
Sheikh, before we move on, one quick question.
Yeah.
When you're reading as slow as possible, when you're reading slowly, how do you make al-hams without dragging it on for too long?
How do you make al-hamd? Like al-fatiha.
But so, for example, when you're reading Surah Shah, when you're if you're reading really slowly, how do you make
like the tahqiq?
Naam, if you're reading tahqiq, how do you make al-hams without making it too long on the kaf?
You say sadrak, because because al-hams, with hams you can't make it longer. Why? Because you are just releasing the sound. Ak, you can't say like even if you are very, very slow, you can't say ak, because you are in this situation, you are producing a new sound.
No.
Ak. Because with hams, with hams with kaf and ta, how long is your speed of the recitation? It doesn't matter. Why? Because it's very, very very short, and the closure, like you are just opening the point of the articulation. It's something like qalqala. You can compare the hams with the qalqala. When you say ab, you can't say ab, don't you? You can't say that. And also with the hams, ak, at, is also the same. Whereas your question is very, very, very important, because what I didn't mention this time, but I mentioned last time, this duration of those letters varies according to your speed, if you are reading with tahqiq or tadweer or hadr. So if I were to read that very slowly, as we read now, whereas when I read that little bit, for instance, when I pray tarawih or I pray in salah, I read that little bit faster, but it doesn't mean that I will swallow those letters. I still differentiate between rakhu and shadid. Like I'm gonna demonstrate now as if I'm reading in tarawih. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alam nashrah laka sadrak wa wada'na 'anka wizrak alladhi anqadha dhahrak. You still notice that I'm differentiating between the rakhu and shadid and in between. Like this differentiation or this duration is according to your speed, but it doesn't mean that you are going to take once another, or to swallow some letters if you are reading faster. I think we don't have enough time to cover the other qualities. I'm very happy with this. Like even if we didn't cover more than this this quality, because this quality, it's very important. Please pay attention to this quality and try to apply that in your recitation when you read the Quran. Now coming, I'm gonna stop the recording now because we don't have to record the practical part. How do I stop that?
Forward button again. I'm not too sure.
Stop sharing. No.
No, stop sharing.
Stop recording. I think this is from here. Is it from here? No. Stop video. No.
Is it at the bottom?
At the bottom.
Maybe if you stop sharing, you'll be able to see.
Just a minute. Where is my?
How did you start the recording? What button did you press?
I pressed this one, I think. Stop sharing. We're still recording. This is the recording. Now stop